What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the Madden channel. Today we're going to be doing a trading Russell Wilson Seattle Seahawks rebuild. Before we get into this video, guys, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you are new, it'd be greatly appreciated. I also have a great announcement, as yesterday we uploaded our very first podcast episode. Link is listed down in the description below if you're interested. It's me with three of my friends talking about football. It was a lot of fun. We debated about Aaron Rodgers yesterday and some other stuff, Kyler Murray stuff, and all that. So if you want to go check it out, link is in the description below. Thank you guys for that. So is Russell Wilson going to request a trade from Seattle or not? Honestly, I think the ball is in his court. If he wants to stay there, I think they'll allow him to stay. If Russell Wilson wants out, I think they would allow him to be traded wherever he wants, obviously, because I believe Russell Wilson has a no trade clause, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong about that, by the way. But we're going to be trading Russell Wilson, like I said, and trying to do a Seahawks rebuild without him. So how are we going to do that? I don't know. Don't know what to expect, what to get for him. Obviously, you're going to want great young assets and draft picks, because the Seattle Seahawks traded their first round pick in this upcoming draft for Jamal Adams. So yeah, there's definitely some things we need to take care of. But let's go ahead and start with the negotiation stage, and then we can, of course, trade Russell Wilson. So we got to start with this first off. Quandre Diggs at 29 years old. You have Dwayne Brown. You have DJ Reed Jr. at 25. Sidney Jones. So both our corners, Rashad Penny. You got Gerald Everett, Will Dissly, and then our center as well. So there's actually quite a few free agents that I definitely have some interest in bringing back for the Seattle Seahawks roster. So first and foremost, Quandre Diggs at 29 years old. We'll come back to him. I'm not sure I want to re-sign him initially or not. I do want to get my corners who are 25 and 26, so just young corners I'd love to keep around would be great for us. So we'll get DJ Reed back. Not going to worry about Dwayne Brown at 37 years old. I'm going to look in a different direction on that. I do also want to get Rashad Penny, who was really good for Seattle down the stretch. So if we can get Rashad Penny back to Seattle, that would be great. You have Gerald Everett and Will Dissly. I want to get one of the two. So let's go for Will Dissly, I think, at 26. Would love to keep him around as a tight end for this team. And then Ethan Pocic as well. We can try to get him to be our center of the future. 27 years old, out of LSU. And then I guess last but not least, is there anyone else I'm missing? Sidney Jones, I guess I skipped right over. Let's try to get him back as well at 26. I think that's going to be it for me, though. Like I said, if we want to get Quandre Diggs as well, I wouldn't mind him. We got a couple guys down here, but let's go to Quandre Diggs. Do we want to resign Quandre Diggs or not? I'm going to go ahead and give him a deal. We can maybe trade him next offseason if needed. I'll offer him a contract, and free agency might be better for him in the long run, in his opinion. So I'm not going to franchise tag him, although maybe we could franchise tag and trade him away. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and straight focusing on that Russell Wilson trade. We obviously want to get as much as possible for him. So let's go ahead and see if we can make that happen. So I'm going in a little bit of a different direction today. Usually I've been trading Russell Wilson to the obvious teams, but we're going to trade Russell Wilson to the Las Vegas Raiders today and get Derek Carr in return, a first overall pick in the a first round pick and a second round pick. So basically Seattle gets themselves a quarterback to start for a year or whatever they want to do with Derek Carr. I think he has like 1 year left in his contract, so we are going to have to extend him. But we're getting rid of Russell Wilson and getting draft capital in return. And we're also getting a quarterback who could come in and technically immediately start for us, even after trading Russell Wilson away. The reason why we do that is we try to stay competitive while getting assets. And we get a guy like Derek Carr who's not terrible. And I thought it would just be a little bit of a different type of vibe today, because we've never done something like that where we traded Russell Wilson for a veteran quarterback, or just any quarterback for like a veteran in return. And we also got draft capital on top of that. So I'm glad I was able to convince the Raiders to accept that. Now this makes for an interesting video, because Derek Carr comes in and you still have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett that he can throw to. So this team is still very much trying to compete while getting rid of Russell Wilson was basically the goal I had in mind when I made that trade. So we obviously need to improve the offensive line a little bit. Still would like to maybe add another wide receiver to this wide receiver core if possible. And then the defense still needs a little bit of upgrading here, as we do have some decent defensive linebackers. But other than that, this team needs some help. Corners aren't terrible either. Free safety might be something we need to take a look at, but defensive line is also in kind of a bad shape other than Poona Ford. So definitely some things we need to do, but Derek Carr is the quarterback right now. We might also draft one as well. We'll see. We're trying to stay competitive while rebuilding in a way, I guess. So the first move we are going to make is we're going to be cutting Carlos Dunlap, who's going to free up $5 million for us. So I wanted to take a look at this and see who is on here. That's somebody I could obviously cut away. So you also have Chris Carson on here, which I am actually leaning towards maybe trading him away just because of what Rashad Penny was able to accomplish towards the end of the season. And Carson was out for the rest of the year. and he's going to be one to get paid next offseason. I don't know. We might wait on that. I'm not sure 100% trade him yet. But that just frees us a little bit of money. Now we can go into free agency day one with the Carlos Dunlap cut. And now we can go ahead and take a look what we can get in free agency in order to upgrade the roster. So we do need another defensive tackle. So immediately putting Sebastian Joseph Day next to Puna Ford sounds like a good idea to me. So if we can get Sebastian Joseph Day, that'd be good first initial signing there. Let's try to get, I'm not going to go for Teron Armstead. That's going to be a lot of my cap space. So not a ton of cap space to work with this offseason, but we definitely still want to upgrade in ways if possible. So that's one player we can go for. I do want to take a look at some edge rushers as well, because we had like no defensive line. That was our one weakness, is we didn't have much of a defensive line. So I definitely want to try to get a couple D linemen if possible. So Kingsley Keek at 25 sounds good to me. So first initial offers are obviously going straight towards the defensive line with Kingsley Keek. And I also want to go for Derek Barnett as well, who does not have an offer. So I'm going to go for both these guys and put them on both my edges. So we'll have that going for us. So Derek Barnett and Kingsley Keek, get both of them. Sebastian Joseph Day, that's fantastic. Now we need to look at the offensive line as well, because that's also still very much a problem for us. So obviously Teron Armstead, you know, it'd be cool to get him, but he's just a lot of money. So I'm not going to be able to make that happen. Left guard, Connor Williams. So we can maybe move like one of our guards to tackles if we wanted to maybe get a little weird here. Alex Kappa, and then you got right tackles, Morgan Moses. So I think I'm going to try to go for Connor Williams here. We also have Ted here, but I'm going to go for Connor Williams, who's just a tad younger. The Bengals do have interest in him, as they should, but I'm going to try to swoop in because we also have interest in him. So 100 total point offer, and we are not going to be able to edge out the Bengals. We just go for Ted at the top of, I mean, he's 29. So I guess instead of trying to beat out the Bengals, we'll just go for a guy that's not being offered. So we'll go for Ted and try to move him maybe to the tackle, just to have a tackle. And then we're going to need a draft one as well, probably. So first initial offers of day one are Sebastian Joseph Day, Ted, Kingsley Keek, and Derek Barnett. So hopefully get all four of them, because we definitely need the defensive line services very badly of some of those players. And then, of course, the offensive lineman would be great as well. So we got the edge rushers in Kingsley Keek and Derek Barnett, but we did not get the nose tackle in Sebastian Joseph Day, which is rather unfortunate. We also got the guard as well. So nothing fantastic as far as upgrades are concerned. I mean, defensive line definitely got a huge upgrade. We only have maybe another defensive tackle that we could use. Hopefully we can get one maybe in the third round. Potentially, we'll see. So Kingsley Keek, I'm going to move Derek Barnett to the other side. Linebacker core looks good to me. And then safety spot is still a very big hole. It would have been nice to go to try to get Marcus Williams, but I didn't even try, which is very dumb of me. But it is what it is. We can try to get a free safety and another point in this video. So this is what the defense is going to look like now with this. So defensive line is much improved. Cornerbacks aren't terrible. Like I said, it could be better. And then Jamal Adams is basically our best defensive player other than obviously Bobby Wagner. So still a lot more work to do, but it is a start of things to come. So far, decent job, but like I said, still a lot more work to do. So we're going to try to swoop in and get Quandre Diggs, who's still sitting out here in free agency. We decided not to re-sign him earlier, so we're going to try to do it this time. We have a #1 offer on him, and then we have like Juju Smith-Schuster out here as well, which would be fun. But I think other than getting the free safety, we also need a nose tackle, which was definitely a big hole that we needed. Linval Joseph, Jerron Reed at 28 years old might be something we take a look at. So I think we're going to try to get Jerron Reed as well here. So if we can get these two guys to just kind of wow, 7-year contract, let's chill on that. I'm not, maybe not trying to do 7 years, but maybe do like a 3-year deal at 28, sign him through his 31 years. So that is still not going to be his #1 offer. So we have to increase the offer quite a bit, which is fine, because we are going to need his services to improve the defense. So 111 total points. We're still not there. We go higher for Jerron Reed. I mean, he is a star development. So you know what? I'm desperate. I'm going to try it. And we're still not there. Man, that is insane. So do we just go for like Austin Johnson? You know what? We're just going to try to address it in the draft. We're going to get Quandre Diggs back, hopefully. And we just go straight towards the NFL draft. So hopefully we get Quandre Diggs, and then we can focus on tackle, maybe quarterback. So we got Quandre Diggs back, so that improves the free safety spot. So tackle, also quarterback, and potentially defensive lineman as well, because we definitely need a lot of that. But round 1, pick number 16. Let's go ahead and see what we can grab. So at pick 16, do we go quarterback in round 1? Do we go crazy like that, or do we go and get something we need as far as in the trenches? So Carson Strong is here. You have Kenyon Green available as well. Kenny Pickett is on the board. You got got Matt Corral. There's so much we could do here. Charles Cross is here as well. So do we draft a quarterback in round 1? Do we do it is the question. And do I try to, hope and pray that we get like a nose tackle in round 2? Do we just pray for that? So Carson Strong, Kenny Pickett, and Matt Corral. I really don't know if Derek Carr is going to be the quarterback next year, so I kind of want to draft a QB low key. I just kind of wanted to have a bridge quarterback like Derek Carr. This might be a nice move. I don't know, man. Do we go Matt Corral here and bring him into Seattle? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring in Matt Corral to be our brand new backup quarterback. Eventually might be able to take over for Derek Carr, and I'm going to hope and pray that we have a nice nose tackle at round 2 or even an offensive lineman. Either or would be great. So we got our quarterback of the future. We do have Derek Carr, who is 31 years old. So Charles Cross is also here. We got Nicholas Petit as well. So one of these two guys, and you also got Darren Kennard. So one of these 3 guys are going to be the next selection. So Charles Cross, B awareness, B run block. I believe Charles Cross is supposed to go like in round 1, but he is here at round 2. So might be something we take a look at. We have Nicholas here at B awareness, C pass block, C run block. So he might not be too bad. And then I do also want to look at Kennard here as well. So Darren Kennard is a B awareness. Top fit is with us. B pass block power, D run block finesse, and D lead block. I think we should probably go get Charles Cross. We have him scouted the most, and we're going to try to bring him into Seattle. He's only a Nord development left tackle, but we needed to draft a young tackle because that was something we desperately needed. And hey, we actually have another second round pick. I didn't even realize that. Wasn't even thinking. So we can try to get a nose tackle maybe here. We also have a wide receiver on the board, so maybe we could go for another wide receiver if possible. Tyler Davis, I think, is the guy we have to take. 95% completion rating on Tyler Davis. I know this man is an absolute stud. Not even going to think twice about it. I'm bringing him in. He was only normal development, but trust me, he is way better than normal development. So round 3 is going to be our next selection. So let's go ahead and see if we can maybe get one of those other players we were kind of taking a look at. So far in the draft, I feel pretty good about what we've been able to grab. Kyron Williams, Bubba Bolden, Tomlinson, Ty, Nolan Smith. Is there Haskell Garrett is here as well. Merlin Robinson. So, you know, maybe taking another nose tackle wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But I might not. I don't think I'll do that. So I think I want to go ahead and maybe go up here. And who was I looking at? I'm kind of looking at Kyron Williams at running back. Now I have Chris Carson, who I don't believe is going to be my guy going forward. So you know what? I am going to draft Kyron Williams. He's going to be a Nord development running back, but it's just going to be another option out of the backfield we might eventually turn to. Then the Raiders are next, and then we also have an early 4th round pick. So let's see here what we can get here in round 4. Just gonna try to go best available probably. So go Ty, Nolan Smith, Merle Robertson, Tywan Mullen, Avery Young. Do we still have Haskell Garrett on the board? We do not. So that is still not something we can do. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and draft Nolan Smith, Ty. You know what? We're just gonna take Ty here. Actually, never mind. He's got D's across the board. So we can't expect to get anything that great. We got Nolan Smith as well that I might come back to. And I guess the other one we could take a look at is Sean Ryhan. 80% completion rating on him. B pass block, D run block. Maybe just more depth for the offensive line. We'll go ahead and take him, and we'll exit out of this draft. You know, I don't really know how good we'll be this next season, but I feel like we've kind of got ourselves a little bit of an identity going into this offseason. We'll see what happens. So overall wise, the team is not that great. We are only a 79 overall. We have Derek Carr at quarterback, backed up by the young QB Matt Corral, who could eventually take over. Obviously, got Rashad Penny, and then we took Kyron Williams, who's only a 69 overall. Chris Carson. Our offensive line isn't bad. It definitely could be better. Tight end spot obviously could be better. One thing we have going for us on the offense is obviously DK Metcalf, which is great. And then defensively, this is what we have on defense. So we got DJ Reed, Kingsley Keek, Puna Ford, Tyler Davis, Derek Barnett, and Sidney Jones. So again, corner is something I still didn't really address all that much. So that is definitely something we still need to focus on. Bobby Wagner, Jordan Brooks, and Taylor. So I don't really know what to expect this season. Not really sure we'll make the playoffs. I mean, Derek Carr is the quarterback, so I mean, anything is possible. Derek Carr is solid, but we'll kind of just see what happens. I don't know what to expect. So the team actually ended up making the playoffs at 8-9 because our division was horrible, which I guess we can take as a little bit of a W, but it is kind of weird at the same time. So 44 players were upgraded. We were able to beat the Los Angeles Rams in week 18 to potentially put ourselves in the playoffs against the Chicago Bears here. So let's go take a look at the player stats and kind of see how, well, you know, what happened this year. So offense was 25th in the NFL. Not that great, and then defense was 22nd. So division just happened to be horrible for some reason. I mean, this is one of the better divisions in football, so I'm not sure why that was the case. Derek Carr, not a bad year at all. 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 58% completion rating. Matt Corral obviously didn't have the chance to get in there. Rushing wise, Chris Carson with 1,000 yards. Derek Carr 160. Rashad Penny with 6 touchdowns. Receiving wise, you had Dwayne Eskridge with 1,100 yards. DK with 1,000. Kyle Lockett with 900. Then Will Dissly with 700. And then taking a look at the defensive side of the ball, I mean, I don't really expect to do much in the playoffs. Jordan Brooks 7 sacks, 5 from, and then 4.5 for 3.5. So I mean, it's cool that we made the postseason, but I mean, I don't really know if we're gonna be able to do anything in it. So let's just jump in and let's see if we can upset the Chicago Bears. Obviously, we have the home game, but that's literally only because we won a division, and our division was so freaking bad for some reason, which is weird to me. Derek Carr in a Seattle Seahawks uniform just doesn't even look correct, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know, man. Let's see if we can beat the Chicago Bears here. So obviously we're the worst team coming in, but we got to stop on defense. And no, we did not score. I thought we were about to score, but it is 7-0 to start things off. 3rd and 8, and we got an interception to tie the ball or tie the game, which is great. 7-7, 10-7. Okay, can we go on to put up some points? Not yet. 7-10 still okay. 4th and 2, 10-10 tie ball game. So Chicago Bears are kind of selling low key. We need to tie it up, Derek Carr, and we go down 24-10, and we are going to lose to the Chicago Bears. So yeah, kind of expected. Obviously, we got into the playoffs because our division sucked. 8-9 is mediocre at best, so I'm not really surprised. Justin Fields and the Bears beat us. We have a whole nother offseason to figure out what else we want to do with this team, because it wasn't good enough. And I kind of knew that going in, but we'll see if we can make something else happen and make this team better than they were. So the one thing we do have going for us going into this offseason is the fact that we're going to have $101 million in cap space, which just could turn out very well for us. But we do have some guys we probably have to resign. So let's go take a look at some of those guys who are impending free agents. So first and foremost, DK Metcalf, 100% resigning. Bobby Wagner, I actually may not resign. Chris Carson, I don't know if I will resign either. Derek Carr, I traded for him, so I should probably re-sign him. And then I don't know what we'll do with him, but okay, so not too many guys. So first and foremost, DK Metcalf, 100% have to resign this man. So let's make sure that is first and foremost taken care of. So DK Metcalf, give him a fatter contract, and he is back. So that's great. Chris Carson is an 88 overall. So it almost makes me want to resign him, but at the same time, I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna resign him. We're actually gonna. He's an 88 overall, so it would suck to lose him on our offense. So we'll resign Chris Carson. He's gonna be a little bit cheap, and then Derek Carr. Like I said, I did trade for him, so I almost feel pressured to sign him back because it'd be kind of dumb if I didn't. So and then there's Poona Ford, who I might revisit in free agency. I kind of want to see what I would have. So if we gave Derek, he's gonna cost me $30 million. I can't do it. I can't do it. I honestly shouldn't even trade for Derek Carr. I don't know why I was doing that. I tried to be a little bit different with the trade and try to get like a veteran and see if I don't know what I was doing. Regardless, you know what? It's fine. I can come back from this. No big deal. $74 million in cap space. Matt Corral is the quarterback unless we do end up re-signing Derek Carr, but $30 million is just too much for me. Matt Corral is a 69 overall. Starter Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, and Kyron Williams. So 3 running backs at his disposal. Offensive line definitely still needs improvement. I want to see what Gabe Jackson's contract is now. Defense actually isn't too bad. Still need defensive linemen. So I like our edge rushers, Derek Barnett, and then corners aren't too bad. Getting one corner would be great. Middle linebacker is going to be needed now as well. So definitely still a lot of needs. So that's why signing Derek Carr for $30 million just isn't ideal for us. So $74 million. Let's go take a look what we have in this free agency class. So we got Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Terry McLaurin, Jeffrey Simmons. So, I mean, if I could, Jeffrey Simmons would be cool, but that's kind of the least of our worries, to be honest with you. Aaron Rodgers, got Kareem Hunt, JJ Watt, Tom Brady. Bobby Wagner is the best middle linebacker available. You have Dexter Lawrence, also another guy that would be interesting to bring in here. Maybe we can move him to defensive line. He is 342 pounds. Maybe we could do that. I mean, get away with moving him to nose tackle. Maybe we just could. Jonah Williams. We might need Jonah Williams as well. Derek Carr, like we said. So offensive line, we also need a corner. So cornerback is definitely something I really wanted to accomplish. John Murphy Bunting, Greedy Williams. So I'm going to try to bring in one of these corners. So I'm going to go for Greedy Williams first and foremost to try to bring him into the Seattle Seahawks team. So 98 total points. It's going to be his number one offer, or we're going to be his number one offer just by a little bit, but I'm going to edge everyone out just by a little bit more. So going to be spending big money this offseason, it seems like. So next move I want to look at is you have Drew Tranquill. Is Bobby Wagner just going to be the guy we're just going to have to bring back? Maybe, honestly. So might just be bringing back Bobby Wagner. You got Chase Winovich, Jeffrey Simmons, who, would be cool in hindsight, but I think I actually low-key might go for Dexter Lawrence, who's way younger, and I might get away with just moving him inside as the nose tackle. I don't know. We'll see. So 97 total points. I'm going to try to get Dexter Lawrence here. Not even close to his number one offer. So I'm going to try to obviously get Dexter Lawrence here. Definitely have heavy interest in him. So we're going to not still even be close. So I'm going to have to offer quite a bit if I want Dexter Lawrence, but I really do want him. So I am willing to pay whatever it takes. 122 total points. Then we're offered by a country mile. So I'm fine with that. You know what? I need him. And I'm showing my cards that I really, really need him. So let's go see what we get at left tackle. Jonah Williams. And then guard, I guess, was our other problem. Eric Flowers would be cool. Mason Cole. And yeah, I think the one guy I want back, or I want, Jack Coughlin's here as well. But I do want Jonah Williams from the Bengals, I believe. So we're going to try to get Jonah Williams here to be our other offensive lineman. We're going to give him a 5-year deal as well. Try to bring him in Seattle to be protection for Matt Corral. Would be very important. Protection is always important. Remember that, kids. 41 million, 98 total points. And we are just about where I want to be. I'm going to offer just a little bit more. And then I also want to explore the trade market for maybe a middle linebacker. So we're making a money move real quick. We're getting Rashad Evans from the Tennessee Titans. We are trading quite a bit of draft capital in order to do it, but I am comfortable with bringing in Rashad Evans as my brand new middle linebacker to replace Bobby Wagner. I'm very happy about that. So I'm content with that. We did trade, like I said, a lot of draft picks, but Rashad Evans is going to be the man in the middle now with no Bobby Wagner coming back. So let's go ahead and see if I can get most of the guys I offered contracts to. So hopefully get everybody, Dexter Lawrence, guys like that, and then we can start to move this team around a little bit. So we got, dude, I literally offered you the most amount of money possible and you declined my contract. We got Greedy Williams and Jonah Williams, which is cool, but I cannot believe Dexter Lawrence did not go for the offer I gave him. Like, are you kidding me? How do you not accept that? Okay. Well, looking at the team now, it's Jonah Williams, Lewis, so offensive line is okay. Jonah Williams is cool to bring in. I'm not upset with that. And then defensively, Rashad Evans, and then we brought in Greedy Williams to be one of our corners. But the fact that we didn't get Dexter Lawrence to put on the defensive line just upsets me so much, man. All right, free agency. Was there anyone else I had an offer to real quick? I don't think there was. No, I did not. Okay, so what do we get at the defensive line now? I mean, J.J. Watt's out here, but I'm not trying to move him to the nose tackle. And then edge rush, you got J.J. Watt, Lewis, and Chase Winovich. So do we make another trade for a nose tackle? Because Dexter Lawrence was my only hope for that, and he is not available anymore. But I do want to take a look at Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson. What else do we have out here? Tom Brady, Bobby Wagner, Levante David. I almost feel inclined to re-sign Derek Carr for 1 year, to be honest with you. I really do. But at the same time, I don't want to, because I traded for him earlier thinking that I was going to do something with him, and I just didn't. And I feel like an idiot now. But I just can't do it. So I'm going to sign Daniel Carlson to be my kicker, though, because we do need a kicker. And I guess I am going to go ahead and maybe, just maybe, trade for defensive tackle as well, because I definitely need one, and I want one very badly. Now, should I be doing this? Maybe not, but I'm trading my first round pick next year for Deron Payne, also my 3rd round pick in this draft. So yeah, we've traded quite a bit of draft capital in order to make the team just a lot better. So I'm hoping the gamble is worth it. I don't know if will. I'm kind of going the Rams route right now, just trading draft picks to get better, I guess, is how you can say. So we got Deron Payne to be our brand new defensive tackle. So just like that, I feel a little bit more complete about the defense. I feel pretty good about what the defense looks like now. Obviously, you could still always add talent. And then I do want to maybe draft an offensive lineman in this upcoming draft with my 1st round pick, or even a tight end. Even a tight end wouldn't hurt. So I don't think there's any tight ends I want in free agency. Just to be quick, just a real quick take a peek. Let's go take a look. So at tight end position, we got Rob Grant. Yeah, there's no one. So I'm just going to go straight to the NFL draft. Yeah, I traded for Derek Carr earlier and it was stupid, but you know what? I'm still going to win a Super Bowl at the end of this video, so it doesn't matter. So here we go in round 1, pick number 19. This will be my only pick in this draft, so hopefully I make it a good one. It's got to be hidden development no matter what it is. So I kind of want to go offensive line because we've traded all of our draft picks. We got Turner, we got Eric. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting a tight end. Eric Gilbert, I literally just got him in the last video, and he was an absolute stud. So I'm doing it again because we actually need him. So we don't have a good tight end. Will Dissly's cool. Offensive line would have been a great pick there as well. But you know what? I'm comfortable just getting Eric Gilbert and calling it good. We also could have used, like I said, O-line, but it's fine. So this is going to be the team going into season number 2. It's Matt Corral at quarterback, Chris Carson, Rashad Penny. You got DK Metcalf, Eskridge, Tower Lockett. You got Robinson down here, Eric Gilbert, Will Dissly. Here's the offensive line. And then defensively, we definitely improved this quite a bit. I'm hoping that this defense can step up and make something happen here. Maybe become the Legion of Boom 2.0. I'm really hoping we make the playoffs this season. Obviously, at the beginning of the video, I tried to do something really stupid. I got Derek Carr. Didn't work out for me at all. So let's go ahead and see if this time Matt Corral can, make it be okay and we can still make the playoffs. But this time with a very, very good record. So unfortunately for us, I mean, I guess fortunately, we still made the playoffs, but once again, it was with a very, very lackluster record of 9. I mean, we won one more game than last year. I guess we can give it that. But hey, Matt Corral's first year starting, we made the playoffs, which I guess is a good sign. We shouldn't be too upset about that. So the division is still very, very bad, which is just kind of weird to me because, like I said, this NFC West is probably one of the better divisions in football, but in Madden, they're just bad for some reason. So Matt Corral, 27 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, not too bad. Probably should have just given him the keys to the organization last year. Not sure why I didn't go that route. Chris Carson had 20 rushing touchdowns on the ground. DK Metcalf with 1,500 yards. Robinson had 1,700 from Lockett and then 600 from Eric Gilbert. And then taking a look at the defensive side of the ball, sacks-wise, we had 1.5 from Jordan Brooks, 8.5 from Derek Barnett, 7 from Taylor, and then 3 from Deron Payne. So not too bad at interceptions-wise. 3 deflections, interceptions, touchdowns. We had any. So by the way, that noise was a poster falling behind my desk. Thankfully, nothing really happened. But I might keep that in the video just because that's something that doesn't usually happen. So we're playing the Minnesota Vikings here in wild card weekend. 9-8 record once again. Matt Corral is the man, the myth, the legend for us. Let's go see if we can make something happen. And we are going to skip the moment and we're going to come out and not score immediately. The Vikings score instead. We go tie it up. No, we cannot. Once again, not a good start to these playoff games. Can we go back? And no, once again, we cannot. Can we go score a touchdown, please? This is Matt Corral's first game and it's not looking good. 14-0. There we go. We get a touchdown. It's 21-7 though. Minnesota's starting to get, catch fire a little bit. We're going to need a game. Okay. Once again, playoffs once again for us, and it just didn't lead to anything. So I want to give this one more season for sure. Matt Corral, it's cool you made the playoffs for us, but we got to do something about actually doing something when we're here. I know this was his first year starting, so that's my fault for allowing Derek Carr to be the starter last year. But next year, I expect bigger things. So like we usually are, we are back at the re-signing stage where hopefully not too many players are free agents. We also have like $58 million. So yeah, we only have a couple guys. I guess Darrell Taylor went down from a star development to normal development. So there's more than a couple of guys, I guess I should say. So Jordan Brooks, 100% superstar development. Would be tough to lose him. So let's make sure we get Jordan Brooks back. He is back, so that's a great first start. We're going to need our offensive line to stay intact as well. So we're going to try to get Damian Lewis to come back for us. So that's great. Gabe Jackson, I'm not going to bring back. Darrell Taylor, I actually might look in a different direction. And we also have Ethan Pochich, which I think I'm going to try to bring him in. But I'm going to try to get a different linebacker in free agency. I'm going to keep Ethan Pochich to be our center, though. So he is back. And we're not going to, like I said, so offensive lineman will definitely be needed. And then we're also going to need a different outside linebacker. But I mean, we've made the playoffs both times in the first 2 seasons, which has been great. But both times was obviously off a mediocre record. So let's take a look at the lineup real quick. Just kind of see what everyone's overall is looking like. So offensive line, we need a guard for the most part. Charles Cross, and then we got Ted as well, I guess I should call him. So Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, all that looks good. So other than an offensive lineman, the offense is pretty much set. Defensively, we need an outside linebacker, and that is potentially it. So an outside linebacker, corners aren't too bad. So an outside linebacker. So hopefully a linebacker that like money, the at most money can buy. So let's go ahead and see $31 million in cap space. This is going to be this next season will be our last one. So let's go all out here. Lamar Jackson. Did he actually not get signed from last year's free agency? Because that is just insane if that actually happened. Stephon Diggs. You got Stephon Gilmore, Justin Tucker, Logan Wilson, which I think is the guy we're going to go for. Cameron Jordan, Von Miller. So first and foremost, Logan Wilson at 20 years old, superstar development. I'm going for this man. Logan Wilson, please come be come be a Seattle Seahawk for me, please. So let's offer him a lot of money if possible. So we're going to offer Logan Wilson a fat contract, 107 total points. His number one offer just by a little bit. So we're going to offer just a little bit more just to be sure we get Logan Wilson. And then I want a guard. So let's go get ourselves a guard in free agency as well. So left guard, John Runyon, which might be one we go for. And then you got Trey Turner. So I'm just going to go for Mr. Runyon here at 27 years old to bring him in to be one of my offensive linemen. So Logan Wilson, I'm praying that you just become... Runyon's got too much of a high offer, bro. Come on, man. Why do we have to... 112 total points? We're still on number one offer. You know what? I'm going to go for someone else then. Ooh, we have a left guard who's only 26. Maybe just going to be the fraction of the cost. We'll go for him instead then. Why don't we do that? Lynn Barch, I believe is how you say it. So, no one offered by a country mile. Logan Wilson, I am begging you, man. Please become a Seattle Seahawk. We could use your services. I'm begging you. Logan Wilson, please sign that contract. Please do it for me. Can we get Logan Wilson? No, he rejected, bro. Come on. We got the offensive lineman. We did not get the... Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Let's go take a look at what other linebackers we have. Logan Wilson would have been the best scenario for us, but unfortunately for us, he's not coming. So left outside linebacker, we got Travis Gibson, and then we got Von Miller at 35 years old. Not to mention, 35-year-old Von Miller is not really where I want to spend my money, to be honest with you. So $26 million in cap space. Maybe just go for a cheap linebacker, and then we go for a different position. Maybe that's the move. Tyler Boyd, J.J. Watt, Tyler Higbee, Fletcher Cox. But there's really no one here that I find worth it, man. You know what? We're trading more draft picks. We're doing it. There's nothing else to do. We're trading more draft picks. Trading my round 3 pick for Khalil Mack. That's gonna be the linebacker I pick up. He's a lot of money and he's old, so I don't really know how it's gonna go. But he was pretty easy to get. Only cost me 1 draft pick, so I'm content with that. This will be our team going into next season. We're gonna have to obviously move one of these guards to the other position, obviously, but that's how it's gonna look. So this is the offense, and then this is what the defense is going to look like. So we got ourselves Khalil Mack to be the outside linebacker opposite of Jordan Brooks. So, yep, this is a team, and we're rolling with it. Hopefully, this team can accomplish something. 8-9, 9-8. Why don't we go win 14 games or something crazy like that? Let's see what happens. So at the end of the season, we finally won our division with a decent record, 11-6 on the season. We get to play the Philadelphia Eagles in round 1. So we got the Battle of the Birds here. So let's go take a look at the stats real quick and kind of see how Matt Corral was. So 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, which is what we needed. Chris Carson, 1,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, receiving 1,200, 1,000, and then 600 from Eric Gilbert. And taking a look at the defensive side of the ball, sacks wise, we had 11.5 from Khalil Mack, and then 8 from Deron Payne, 6 from Derek Barnett, and 5.5 from Tyler Davis. Interceptions wise, 4 from DJ Reed, 4 from Greedy Williams, and then taking a look at touchdowns and safeties, nothing there. So let's go ahead and jump in to this game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is going to be our 3rd wild card game with home field advantage in this video. Can we actually win one this time around? We get the ball first in this rainy weather, and already a better start than the last 2 games. We score immediately and got an interception and put up 10, which is just great. So forced a turnover on our first defensive possession, and then we're already putting up points on offense. So this is already a better start, and then another interception, 3-20. This is great. This is exactly what you want to see. So defense is playing fantastic, 10-20, but offense needs to put up some more points. Okay, I feel good about that now. 17-point lead going into the 4th quarter, 24-point lead. Another interception from Trey Brown. I think it's safe to say that we definitely won this game, 10-41. I think there was another interception at the end. Who was playing quarterback for the Eagles? Is it Jalen Hurts? Because man, this guy is baked. It's you can't make it up. It's actually Baker Mayfield. Threw 5 interceptions in a playoff game. Yeah, you need another job. Last week, the defense put on a clinic, forcing 5 interceptions. This week, we get to play the Washington football team, which is now the Commanders, obviously. And, on Madden, they're still the football team, but in real life, they're the Commanders now. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a stop. And 7-0, they put up points. Damn. So Johnny Hecker, can we score? We need a touchdown, and we do. We tie it up, W. 7-7 ball game, and they put up 3. Can we go put up a touchdown, please? And we do, 14-10. So I don't know who's playing quarterback for Washington. It'll be interesting to see at the end. 10-17, we take the 7-point lead, but they do not tie it up. They take 3 points there, and they go up 20-17 now. Can we put up points? No. We need points on this drive. Please, Matt Corral. I'm begging you, man. 34-17. Who is playing quarterback for Washington? I have to see real quick before we go any further in this video. Player stats wise, DJ, don't know how to say his name. Okay. Well, we obviously lost this game. I'm just coming out here for pride at this point. I know I didn't win a Super Bowl in this video, but it's fine. At least I actually won a playoff game. That's better than nothing. So I was gonna bomb it to Dwayne, or not Dwayne. Why am I saying Dwayne Haskins? I'm gonna bomb it to DK Metcalf because I just have no shame. A minute 34 left. Ended up working out. Let's go. Okay. If I get a touchdown, I'll feel a lot better about myself. So let's just, like I said, we're just going to throw it loose out here. It really does not matter because we already lost. I'm not even going to slide. And that's what I get for not sliding. So, you know what, guys? That's going to do it. Is he going to? Okay, it's over. All right, well, we obviously lost the Washington football team here. So I should have let Matt Corral, I think, start all 3 years. I think that was my biggest downfall. I should not have traded for Derek Carr, and I know it. But I'll take the L. Thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables 2. I'm saying... peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.